So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and by the band Penny Fountain. They're a band from Tampa, Florida, and they're an alternative rock band. And I have the whole band here with me. So I got Xavier, his vocals and bass. I got Nick guitar and Justin drums. So, guys, how are you tonight?
Doing pretty good, man.
Doing well, doing well.
I can't complain.
Yeah. So yeah, I listened to I listened to all the music that you have online. I know that you're promoting the Euphoria single that came out like a month ago. I was just watching the music video like before I got on. So for for people that maybe haven't listened to Penny Fountain, I know you guys formed like a few years ago. You have some lineup changes, but give us like a brief history of the band.
All right, I got this. I've been in since the very, very, very beginning. So
Yeah, we're newer members, so
yeah.
exactly this
So
one.
brief history starts out in high school between a few friends. Starts getting better and better. I mean, there was a few lineup changes even in high school, but I don't feel like that the band was started in that point, but it wasn't really, going. It was more of in its draft phases, its first draft. And then later on, we release an EP. We take Nick on tour. He comes with us, and then the band, a few members decide to leave after the tour. Nick stays on, and then we get Justin, and that brings us to where we are today. There's a lot of stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
And like that was a very quick rundown, but there's a lot of specifics that have happened because, I mean, even before these two came into the band, there's already a lot of lore there. There's a lot of history there already, and now since they've been in the band, there's already a crazy amount of history in the past.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't even been like a full year yet, and it's already been insane. So, Penny Fountain is definitely a wild ride, I would say.
Yeah, that's a nice condensed version of the story. I too tried to have a band in high school, but we sucked. So so
I feel like a lot of bands suck in high school. We sucked. Like, we sucked in high school.
it was back
Formidable time.
in the 90s, and we basically tried to sound like Pearl Jam or or everything
Yeah.
that was popular at that time. So yeah, so now you got the so Xavier, you got Nick who from the beginning, and now Justin, and so I've listened to everything that you have on, but right now the Euphoria is the single that you are promoting. So tell us a bit about what the song is about.
So if I'm gonna be real, the song was written like I can't remember if it was like in high school or a little bit after, but the whole song wasn't written. It was more of just like the idea. They're like da na 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 na. It's like just that chord progression and goodbye euphoria. Those lyrics were there, but the rest of it, like the verses and this whole part that Justin's idea was
The
like
bridge,
the
the
entire
beautiful
bridge.
bridge.
Yeah, the bridge. He was like, we need a slow part. That came about when we already had like the first mix done. That whole bridge part wasn't even in the song, and then Justin was like, it needs something, and then I was like, okay, give me 20 minutes, and then I came back and was like, Justin, we got it.
We were playing
It was
video
beautiful.
games, and you just like disappeared for like
Oh, yeah.
half an hour. We'd like hear his guitar in the background, and then came back. He's like, "Guys, I've got it."
Yeah, I was like, when you said that, I was like, he's so right. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, the song lyrically wise, oh man, it sounds super personal, and I'm just put it on the record here. It kind of is, but kind of isn't. Like, there's a bunch of people that have screwed me over in my life, and so that's why I put that lyric in there. It's like where it's like, if you think, am I allowed to curse on here?
Yes, you can curse.
Okay. I was like, that's a
Fuck
very
yeah.
but in the lyric where it's like,
So take
Dude,
it to
I
the
blame
heart
him.
if I scream
Yeah.
fuck you.
yeah. So he's like, I hope that you, wow, the lyric part. I hope that you know this song's about you, so take it to the heart when I scream fuck you. It sounds very personal, and it sounds like it's directed at one person, but it's more of like an if the shoe fits situation.
It's very applicable.
Yeah, so like if you're sitting there like, wait, is this song about me? Chances are it is. Chances are you hurt me. Like something like that. So it's not really directed at anybody, but I guess it could be. If anybody takes it that they're directed at them, then
The
Take it how
shoe
you will.
fits.
Yeah. And then another aspect of it is like I remember during the time of writing the lyrics, we were playing a lot of Silent Hill 2. Like, well, we were playing all the Silent Hills. We were playing specifically Silent Hill 2. And some of the lyrics in the song, whenever like I feel like I subconsciously wrote them about that game. Because there's a lyric where it's like, you broke me, but I break once more for the ghost of the girl that I'm still searching for. You could just that's Silent Hill 2, man. Or like half of it is just like there's a lot of lyrics in there that really fit with it, and it was not intentional in the slightest, but it works so well. And it makes sense because I was playing it while I was like writing that part, so it probably just bled over all the themes that I was seeing while playing it. So it's pretty complex song, but not really. At the same time, it's like
It's good that you weren't playing Mario Kart. You would have done like a song about marshmallow and stuff.
Baby Peach.
Well, Jack Black already beat you to the Peaches song, so yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like it because when I'm listening to your music, it's like a combination of alternative rock with some emo, and it's like and some like pop punk. So it's I heard a sprinkle of everything here and there. And you seem so young that I don't know. I thought about I don't know if you know this band from the '90s that were very young when they started, like Silverchair.
Yeah. I love Silverchair.
But they were young. I was told by Justin that you're 22. They were like 30. But when I was looking at the promo, I'm like, damn, this dude look young.
I got them good genes, man.
You look younger. Like I'm sure that when you go out, they ask for ID everywhere for you.
Every time. Yeah, no, it's absolutely. Even if like I have this awful beard that's growing that I want to shave off right now, it won't help. Look at his face. You're like, he's a baby. He's a baby.
Beard. The last show we played, they got Nick. I guess Nick forgot his wallet, and so we were playing, and they're like, "Wait, you don't have your ID. You can play, but you gotta wait outside." So eventually, we played, and Nick spent the rest of the show out by the trucks.
I got kicked out of my first venue, man. It happened. I forgot my wallet. They gave me a drink ticket. I was drinking. They saw me drinking with the drink ticket they gave me. They knew I didn't have my wallet, and they still kicked me out anyways. So
yeah, I told them like, hey, like we're all over 21. Just one for guys forgot his wallet, but we're all over. And the guy's like, okay, here you go. I'm like, okay. So,
yeah,
whatever.
Gets kicked out for legally drinking.
Yeah. I know. I gotta have that ID.
Yeah, but I don't know, Nick. I think Nick, because he's rocking that mustache.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We call him the Danzig of the group.
That's
I don't know if you can say that right now. I think Danzig is like.
Wait, what?
Oh, is he bad? Never mind. I just get that. Mother.
No, yeah. The concept of Danzig. I think he like recently on his merch he put some like. I think it wasn't a swastika. It was like a sun.
No.
The sun wheel. He put like his merch was literally the sun wheel.
Oh no.
Right?
Oh, no.
What is going on, man?
All right, I take that back. Recant that. Edit it out. Scratch.
So yeah, no. But also, Nick, that mustache is very Tom Selleck. I don't know if you. Very Magnum. So unlike you guys, if I go out somewhere and they ask me for ID now, I feel good. Because I'm 47. So if they ask me for ID, I'm like, well, I look younger. If I shave, I've been told I look younger. So and plus age is just a number. So yeah. So you guys, I'm assuming you like Silverchair.
Yeah, I love Silverchair.
Yeah. Too bad that they were just like celebrating the 30 years of rock song. Years, but the singer wasn't around. Like the other were, but he wasn't because he doesn't want to be associated with that music anymore, which sucks because I wanted a Silverchair reunion.
Why in the world? What happened?
I don't know.
Something must have happened, man.
Yeah, you never know. So talk to me about like influences that you guys have, like bands that you really looked up to that make you wanna pick up the instruments.
Right there are, but you guys can go first.
I don't know if there's like a particular band that I could say like right off rip, but when I was a kid, I played Guitar Hero 3, and then I swear I picked up Guitar Hero 3, and I was kind of like, all right, well, this is what I want to do. But growing, actually like picking because I self-taught guitar. I never took lessons or anything. I played violin for a little bit and orchestra in middle school, and I think from there that's what sort of leaned me towards stringed instruments and actually picking up guitar and learning it. But I've been listening to Title Fight for like 5 years, like nonstop. It's my favorite band of all time. I listen to their entire discography like once a week. Like that, inspires the hell out of me. That's
I like that too. I'm just kidding. I like them too. He got me into them just recently.
I'm the Title Fight guy.
Yeah, he's a Title Fight guy.
I will be there for their reunion tour if it ever when it happens.
No, when it happens. We don't say if, we say when. Like
manifest.
Like, people can't be like, oh, if you guys get famous, it's not if. It's when. All about that mindset.
Well, back in the 90s when you went like this, it was whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever made you lose.
Loser, double
whatever
loser, mixed together, whatever.
I know this is Weezer. That's Weezer, baby.
Well,
Is Weezer the two? I think
Weezer's two of them, right?
Yeah.
Or it can be the What If from Clueless.
Or Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Okay, so we know that Nick loves Title Fight. What about you, Xavier?
Okay, well, I have quite a few, but my big inspirations were like a lot of people getting into guitar. It's definitely Green Day immediately. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to be Billy Joe whenever I was young. And then it kind of morphed into like Blink-182. Like, I absolutely adore Blink-182 way more than Green Day. I love Green Day. I don't really listen to them as much as I used to. Blink-182 is always playing. They are my favorite band. And same with Smashing Pumpkins. I absolutely love Smashing Pumpkins.
That's a very good one.
So it's like, I mean, I take people may like combine them together, but I feel like Blink-182 and Smashing Pumpkins are very different bands. But then those are my two favorite bands. And then so if you combine them, you get a lot of the inspiration for Penny Fountain with like, kind of like, I like that pop punk, but then I also like that weirdness of Smashing Pumpkins sometimes, or that like, I don't really know how to describe them. They really just do whatever they want.
Kind of like alternative with some shoegaze elements.
Yeah.
And I've had the Smashing Pumpkins is one of my favorite bands too, but I have a love and hate relationship with them. Maybe
I know. Yeah, I feel you.
I started when I was growing up. I bought Siamese Dream and Gish and Melancholy, and then when they like started like changing, for example, that last album that they put out, that triple album, I did enjoy the one that they put out last year, but yeah,
I like that one. That one was good.
Yeah, one of the most recent ones was really good. But then CYR, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, that's more of like a synth record.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, come on, guys.
And then you have a drum machine, and you have Jimmy Chamberlain on drums. I'm like, dude, why the fuck do you have a drum machine? You have one of the best drummers in rock.
Like, I don't know, but I love all their others. Like, because when I went to go see them in concert, it was funny. They played all the songs that you want to hear, and they played like one song off of like Sear. They like, and I was like, no one wants to hear that. No one's here for that, man.
Yeah. I saw them back in 2018 when I was living in Miami, but they played like a 2.5-hour set show, and they played all of the classics. So I was happy. I got to see them like playing their old shit. So yeah, Blink-182 and Smashing Pumpkins. That's a interesting combination. And actually, you have a cover of Damn It.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit faster, I think.
It is. It's faster, and it's also a half step down.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a half step lower because we just play a half step down. The reason for that is definitely Green Day. It's 100% Green Day because they did it in all their earlier records. Actually, they weren't even a half step down. They weren't even in any tuning. They were in between half step and standard because they didn't know how to tune. It's a real thing they did. So that's why, like, whenever I was young and I was like trying to play along with Green Day songs, I was like, why does it sound wrong? What am I doing? And it's because it wasn't like. That's something like I wish I could have gone back and told myself this because it would have saved so much heartache of me being like, man, I suck and I can't play this right. I was playing it fine. It was just because they're tuned in between it. But a lot of the big inspiration for why we tuned down in Penny Fountain, I'll just start because I mean, we're not going to probably change it now. Like
We can do songs in like different tunings.
Like, well, the song
Yeah.
was in different tuning, but I don't really consider C sharp a different tuning. It's just drop D, but like a half step down, drop D. So
That's the definition of a different tuning.
Okay, all right, listen. Okay, we play in two tunings. We play in drop C sharp and half step down.
Yeah, Justin would know because he's a music teacher. He told me before. Yeah,
You should know. I am too.
Yeah. So funny thing about that. I had a drum buddy in the scene that referenced me to the school that we work at, and then like earlier in the month, Xavier's like, "Hey, like I'm looking for something new to do." I'm like, "Hey, you want to teach guitar? Because you play guitar." So yeah, so we're we do in-home lessons, so it's not like we work in the same area. He's off doing his own thing, I'm doing my own thing, but yeah, it's cool just being involved like in music, like being able to play it and also like inspire other people or instruct other people. So it's cool to be able to work and do what you like and also do what you like outside of that. So
yeah, it's like not working. You're always
yeah,
if you're having fun, it doesn't feel like work. So Justin, because I know you're the older dude.
yeah, 31. So I have about almost a decade on these guys.
They-
But growing up, riding in my dad's car, it was always Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Scorpion, all those bands he grew up with. So hard rock and metal has always been kind of like in the back of my mind. I like the aggressive riffs, the fast drums. I told my parents at a young age I'm going to have a drum set in the house. So like, no, you're not. And I have a drum set in my house. But yeah, so it's always just been in me to like want to be a part of that. And growing up, I played saxophone.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, so we're still moving.
well, we'll come back in. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I play
He's
saxophone.
just he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
So, I'm sorry. Yeah, my internet. So I grew up playing saxophone, but I had a buddy. He gave me a drum set after we graduated, so that's when I started really getting the drums. But growing up, once I started finding my own musical taste, Linkin Park was just one of those that just instantly clicked with me.
Ooh.
The combination of Chester Bennington's vocals, Mike Shinoda's lyricism, the way that rap and rock combo kind of like new metal really, but that was something that always just like registered with me. So Linkin Park, Slipknot, those bands, they're that kind of bridge of the metal and hard rock that I grew up with, but there was something new that I wanted to discover. So those were kind of like my influences. And same thing as Nick, Guitar Hero, when that came out, I was kind of like in middle school and high school. So already being involved in music and learning music, getting a rock band and, playing the drums, like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. So just having the accessibility, and that's the thing with things nowadays, like the influences and the inspiration can literally come from anywhere. The modernization of how music can be so digital versus just the variety of instrumentation that's out there. I think that question becomes so much more loaded now because people are like, "Oh, what's your inspiration?" It's like, well, where to begin? Like, what do you want to know? I'm inspired by everything. So, but growing up, it's like what first caught my attention, what first got me going, and I can say those bands were really piqued my interest to want to pursue that and do it myself.
Nice. So Justin, like, what do you think of the new Linkin Park?
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to it, and
Don't do
I'm gonna be stingy. It's because I grew up, with that lineup, and I'm not like a hater like that. Like I
I'm a
really
hater.
enjoy I enjoy people who like continue because everyone's more like you can't play the same thing every day. That's gonna get tiring. You have to grow, you have to, shape up. But with that, I just know like that's what I liked, and that's what I'm gonna remember it as. And kudos to everyone who continues to that's a hard situation. Losing anyone in any situation, it makes you want to not, put up with it. But kudos to the whole band, kudos to the whole production team behind that. I mean, they're out there doing their thing. If you want to do music, you're going to do music, and you're going to keep doing it no matter what anyone says. But I will always cherish the Linkin Park that I grew up with and the sound that I grew up with. So.
You see, I don't think you should dislike it because they're continuing it. You should dislike it because Emily Armstrong is a Scientologist, and that goes against.
So now that's fair. That's fair, and I
That's
won't
why
argue
I
that.
don't like her because
I mean,
Scientology goes against everything that Linkin Park was.
Yeah.
Like Scientology goes against everything. Scientology tells you, like, I'll shit on Scientologists all day. Scientologists, I hate them.
You
But
know
like,
what? I hate them too, and
okay, you get it. Like,
cheating on that new album since it came out because I'm like, I'll listen to it. And what I say, it's a cash grab. They just put them there, but they aren't selling that much. And some people are like, oh, you're just being a hater. I don't know. They put on a single the other day, and I did a short, and I said it sucked. And so yeah,
I think it's just really hard to pass the torch that Chester Bennington left behind. Like, how can you replace him? Like, that's just you'll never have another like singer like that. I think
the singer of Tala could have done a really good job.
Yeah,
well,
that's the thing. That band, but
there's a few
thing.
Can do that. Like, for example, for me, Alice in Chains did it well because Jerry also it was Jerry and Lane singing. So when they came out there, still sound like Alice in Chains, but the other singer is not trying to imitate Lane. So yeah, so it's a good one. So that's a good example because there's many examples. So yeah, Justin, you were gonna say something, man.
Oh. No, I was gonna say basically like the same thing. When it comes down to like lineup changes, sometimes, if a drummer or guitarist change, yeah, you might be some little nuances that change, but when you have a distinct vocalist, that's something that can really change the mood and the vibe. I mean, when Journey found that guy from YouTube, the dude sounds exactly like, the lead singer. So it's one of those things where, with Linkin Park, like, you cannot like them because of the singer they have or just the sound it is. But yeah, the combination of that, it can turn anyone off. So I think when someone's trying to continue something that necessarily isn't vibing, yeah, it is kind of cash grabby sort of vibe. Yeah. But vocalists are always very distinct and can kind of make or break a vibe or a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some bands that you can't replace a singer, and some that you can. So yeah, so the name Penny Fountain. What's the story with Penny Fountain?
Okay, so it's actually not that long. I don't know why I said I haven't got right. It's a very short story.
We're like hyping it up.
I know, yeah, no.
Drum roll,
everybody. It comes from the Brandon Mall. Like there's a mall here, Brandon Mall, and our old guitarist was walking by and just looked at the fountain. It was like Penny Fountain, and there was something about like a My Chemical Romance lyric that it's from the song Early Sunsets and Okay, this is what's kind of wild though, is our very first song we ever released, which is deleted. I mean, people can go and try and look for it. You'll probably find it because I didn't feel like scrubbing it, but I tried. But it's called Brandon Mall. It sucks. It's really bad. It's called Brandon Mall, and so we have that one. That's where that comes from. But then there's the My Chemical Romance lyric is tossing pennies in colder fountains and something like that. And that song is about zombies attacking a mall. And it's funny that we have a song Brains, and then we also have Brandon Mall. It all just kind of comes into like a circle. And then with our My Chem, I mean, My Chem is also an inspiration. I didn't say that earlier, but I love My Chem too. But yeah, that's where the name Penny Fountain comes from. It's just, I actually know the exact fountain it is too. I think it's the frog one.
Ooh, the frog. I like the manatee one. That's my favorite.
I gotta go find it in there because I know where it's at, but I don't remember what's in the fountain. But I know, like, I gotta go find the exact. Justin, you're out. He's out. You're out of the band.
So okay, from a fountain. Yeah, makes. I was thinking maybe it's a famous fountain or some
random fountain in the middle of a mall. Like,
yeah, we have a mall here, and there's like a huge penny. People can throw pennies or whatever they wanna throw at it. So yeah, that's it. But you were hyping it up. I'm like maybe it's
that's the whole reason I hyped it up, because it wasn't that crazy. So I was like,
But now, anytime anyone thinks of a fountain, they're going to think penny fountain. Boom.
if you type
Easy
in
marketing.
penny fountain on Google, we pop up before an actual penny fountain.
That is true.
We
are obsessed with our Google Analytics.
Oh my god, I be checking the Google Analytics all the time. Our website won't pop up on Google right now, and I'm really mad about it. Like if
We
you
need to
type
talk
in
to our
penny,
people.
what people
That's-
me?
Us.
Yeah.
Everybody in the call.
What people meet? Okay.
I did say earlier you do like obviously like push a lot of the stuff in the band, whether it's the booking, the like the vision and all that. Obviously, like all the emails go to Xavier. So props to him for pushing through and doing all the stuff. I just sit down and move my arms and say, "Hey, good show."
I'm working on incorporating everybody else.
Yeah, I've had to hound this dude to let me actually do stuff.
It's not like I won't let you do stuff. It's
he's used to doing it all.
Yeah, I'm just used to doing it. So like I get all involved, and then he's like, "Oh, I can help you with this," and I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, okay." I'll be like, "Oh, bet." It's just I just kind of get sucked into it, and because I have it all right here on my computer, I got two screens right here, I got it all.
In your playing shows, has no one ever thrown pennies at you?
No, I don't.
I hope that doesn't happen, because that
Actually,
sounds like it would hurt.
It might hurt.
No,
Yeah.
I thought about it in the 90s when the Foo Fighters did that Big Me video and they put on the Mentos. They were throwing Mentos at them. So never make a video throwing pennies at fountain.
All right.
Or like when Primus did "My Name Is Mud" and they threw mud on the stage at Lollapalooza.
That'd be
Oh,
so much.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a mud fight with Green Day too.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know about that one?
I don't.
They were playing, and then like I think that one was at Woodstock, right? And
That was Woodstock '94, and also Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails got full of mud. And
Yeah.
I had no idea about this.
Yeah,
But-
like,
That would be sad.
the thing is, I don't know if that mud had traces of shit on it. At least in Woodstock '99, it did. So that was a disaster. But yeah, I don't.
poop in the mud. You got the mud.
Who's
poop?
not wiping their butt? And who's sitting on the ground not wiping their butt?
No, because Woodstock '99, the thing was that some of the toilet blew up. So it.
Oh yeah. Ooh, ew.
Xavier just pulled up I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Dear Jesus.
Yeah, the entire stage is covered. It was a mud fight. They were playing, and then they just said, "All right, fuck it." They took off their things and were throwing it back at the crowd too, and they were just throwing mud at each other.
And in that mud fight with Green Day, Mike Dirnt was actually tackled by a security guard because he didn't think he was in the band. He lost.
It was just covered in mud.
Yeah, he lost part of his tooth. He lost it. Like it's crazy.
Oh man, that's
Type of
funny.
shit I want everybody to know that in the future, this type of shit penny fountain will be known for, just some wild bullshit like this.
Okay, if you're gonna throw money at us, at least make it like at least 10s and 20s, not pennies, please.
Yeah. That could cause a little damage. I don't want to get my ear messed up.
Oh, I have an idea. You could do a music video in a strip club, and then people
Hey,
pour beers at you. Instead,
say less.
I'll do it, but if
I
he's
can
on
be
the pole.
stripper. Bro,
Yeah.
we had the same idea. I'll be the stripper in it. It'll be everybody getting hyped up. We got a new one, and I'll come out like,
Okay,
Yeah.
but then there's going to be a change machine at the strip club, and everyone's going to be putting their money in the change machine, getting change, and throwing it at you.
it hurt. It hurt really bad.
bro, you never know now. This interview is going very. It's a very wild and predictive interview. I love it. Yeah, I feel like I'm in high school again, like talking shit with my friends. Because that's what.
Right on.
Yeah, with my friends now, we have to we almost have to plan when we see each other like in advance, because everyone has kids, everyone has shit to do. But then it's cool because when we meet, like a year ago, I met in my friend's house. He's a doctor, but he also has the good weed. So we got to smoke.
Yeah, so it has a good weed.
And then he was like, "Oh, hi," and he's like, "Remember 1992?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "We were happy at 1992." I'm like, "Okay."
Bro, homie's
So
going through
real.
it right.
I'm saying that because I know he's not gonna watch my video. He's gonna be, "Why are you talking about me? Talking about 19?" 92.
I would go to him for all my appointments, hands down.
Well, he's after that he had a midlife crisis, so now he's not a doctor. Now he's playing classical music.
Hey, he'd go to all of his concerts and be like, "Hey, look at this spot."
Well, he
Really good right there. Now, can you tell what this is?
he's a cardiologist, so I don't know if he's gonna know. But yeah, that's funny. So that's when you get older, you need to make plans with your friends like 3 fucking months in advance.
Still gets canceled.
Everything like that. So you guys are currently, you have the single, but you're currently working on new stuff, right?
Oh, we got so much planned.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, we got a lot.
What can you tell us of what to expect for the new music?
Well, I mean, I don't really think we're keeping anything particularly a secret, but we
I think I've like revealed stuff on accident like 40 times. So like, if you want to,
the Tom Holland of music.
I am the Tom Holland of music. No, ew, I don't want to call myself Tom Holland.
But we've got we're working on an album, so we'll do a couple of singles, and then we'll have.
I'll still keep it a little cryptic. Yeah, we're working on an album.
Okay.
That's all. No,
Okay.
we got music videos. I'm trying to work on planning shows for an event, a tour. I don't know why I call them shows. We have a lot, just everything that a band normally is doing. That's what we're planning. We're doing it all behind the scenes. It's kind of like, it may seem like we're not doing much right now, but that's because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So that way I can go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we have to get all the boring stuff out of the way before we can go and do all the cool stuff.
We're having a lot of different opportunities present themselves at once, and obviously with like new members coming together. Like I said earlier before we started the show, we've kind of been in the scene with each other, bumping shoulders. We've all been in our separate bands, but I know Xavier and Nick since 2018, so that's coming up almost 10 years. But with that, we've been involved with each other, but now that we've come together under Penny Fountain, it's like, all right. We kind of know what to expect. We know what we want to do. We know what the steps it is to get there. So a combination of working on everything, still doing shows, writing new music, kind of forming that new sound with everyone. But it's a lot going on at once. But we can say we're taking it in stride, and it's going to be fun when we start dropping the little things here and there, and you're seeing like, oh wow, here's all the stuff they've been working on.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it all DIY, independent, right?
Yeah.
It's
been a lot.
Time consuming. Wallet consuming.
When you put up the music, the record label doesn't take your stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I don't think I'd work well with a record label. I don't like.
Yeah,
whenever
I hate getting told what to do.
Yeah, if someone tells me what, because I've talked to people, we know plenty of people who are actually on record labels. Like, one of our friends is with this. I won't say names because I feel like I'm kind of dissing the record label at this point. But like one of our friends is with a really big record company, and they were telling us like what they do and what they seem to say, and like he's talking about like this one friend he had, she wanted to scream on her song, and they just told her she can't do that. Like she can't.
Oh shit! I remember.
Yeah,
that
and they told her like she can't scream on the song, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Like I would never be able to work with her. Like if a record label was telling me that I can't do something on a song, that would set me off so bad. So bad.
Getting taught how different like record deals work.
Yeah.
Was really interesting, and definitely
I was like,
maybe...
they're just gonna be doing the same shit that I do.
Yeah.
Like I already like they'll send us ideas for videos, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I already do that. Like, I was like, wait, then what really would they help us with? Because all I care about, and because I feel like we're pretty fine on like knowing how to like market some of that stuff. I mean, we just got to get a little better at it. But like the thing that I would really like to do is just play bigger shows. And unless a record label was like, hey, we can get you to play these bigger shows and get you to do this, and I don't want to hear it.
Like, well, that's what it is. They have that reach, they have that market, they have the money to put into it. But with that, you are sacrificing a lot of the creativity, a lot of the hands-on. I forget which interview I saw with someone, but they're saying like a lot of artists right now are in these 90-10, 80-20 contracts, and they're not seeing anything until after thousands of dollars have gone to someone else. So with that, doing it DIY, it does take a little bit more time. It does take a little bit more of our resources. But with that, we do get to reap the rewards of the hard work that goes into it. And I think as far as the marketing and the networking goes, that also, takes the time. But if you're being smart about it and you're on top of your process, it can be done. There's Puya is a Florida rapper down here who has made a large gathering being DIY, and a lot of rap. Yeah, Puya.
Oh, he stole the name from a Puerto Rican band called Puya.
Did he really? Oh, see, I did not know that. I did not know that.
And from the 90s that plays a mixture of like metal with salsa music and they were the first like Puerto Rican band to play Ozfest in 1998, and they're called
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, he's from Miami-Dade County, and I know the scene that he kind of was involved with. They had some friends that were kind of involved in like the heavy metal scene. So I don't know, maybe he kind of knew of that band and was like, you know what? I don't know, or maybe not. All the copyrights and the artists, trademarks, it's all very touch and go. So
I know he succeeded. What happens in Spotify sometimes when he uploads something, it goes to the Puya band, and they get mixed.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't funny for me because I thought there was a new Puya song, and then I hear, and it's this crappy rapper. I'm like, what the hell is?
Yeah, there you go. And hey, but that's the thing, man. Like, that's another thing you have to run into as well. No, that's a good point. Not everyone's going to like your stuff. So if you don't have a record company pushing that stuff out to millions of people, you got to really be on your game. So marketing to the right crowds, playing the right shows, right venues. But no, that is a good point. Yeah, because you might run into a situation like that.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, that's funny. So yeah, you guys are gonna be busy. Like, what are you playing shows?
Next show is actually this Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Is that a place called the Orpheum? It's well, they've recently had like a location change, but
there he goes.
We lost him again.
So since he's gone, since we lost him.
We lost him again.
This Sunday we have one, and then we have a secret show.
Surprise one.
We're gonna do a pop-up show somewhere and do a secret one. And then
weekend,
which I forgot to get the tickets for, but I figured we'll be fine. I found some motels, not hotels. We don't have the money for that. Motels.
We'll hide Justin's car this time.
What?
Last time we stayed at a motel, Justin's car got hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So actually, the most recent one wasn't too bad. That was kind of fun. But yeah, we were shooting our music video, and we're all in the hotel room. There's probably about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of us in there. So we're still up. We're hanging out, having some drinks, watching some TV. And all of a sudden, we hear a car alarm go off. And we're like, not anything out of the ordinary. But then Nick is like, you know what? Or Nick, I don't know, one of you guys were like, I got a bad feeling about that. I'm like, I was closest to the door, so I'm like, all right, let me walk out there. Open the hotel door, and it looks like my trunk is open. So I'm like, did I hit my keys on accident? I walk out there, the whole back end of my car is all smashed up. And granted, I just got T-boned 2 months before that, so this was a brand new car that I got, smashed up. And then luckily the motel had a camera. Find the guy, or no, they don't find the guy. We get a video. The cop calls me at 2 a.m. says, hey, I found the guy, but I can't do an investigation because my shift's up and I'm going to be off for the next 3 days. So good luck, guy. So anyways, it still ends up coming out of my insurance because the people don't want to do their investigation. Luckily, the lady at the records office is a saint. He somehow got the dude's information and was like, hey, I can give you the license plate number and all that. But yeah, it looks like he was in jail for a DUI 2 days before. I'm like, oh, so anyways.
Average penny fountain experience, guys.
You guys, fun story. So yeah, fun time. So yeah, it's cool. They can follow you. Are you most active on Instagram or where can they?
Yeah. I'm trying to upload other stuff, but I mean it's so hard. All I care about is Instagram. I don't care about TikTok. But you got to. There's a whole audience on there you got to appeal to. Like our whole goal is to appeal to as many people as possible, and there's people that just use TikTok. And so, we got to appeal to them, too. We got to appeal to everybody. It's the one thing, man. sometimes I just want to make music, but you gotta be a businessman. You gotta be a marketer.
You have
gotta
to be a jack of all trades to make
You
it anywhere in
can't
the music
just play
scene.
music.
Yeah, in the 90s it was just play music, and
Yep.
now you have to like do everything. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, post the link for people who want to follow the band and know when you guys are dropping music, and obviously so we can know when Justin Carr gets fucked up again.
Oh, that'll be the next single. Don't worry. It's gonna be me crashing out, just screaming for 30 minutes.
I can feel of the perfect pop punk song, like Justin Carr got towed and fucked up again. Oh well,
again.
Like
It's just blast beats.
I think whenever I was like, we should have a song that has a really long title for no reason.
Oh yeah, like some Midwest emo songs where they're just like the title is like a fucking paragraph long.
No, you know what? You know who won in the longest song ever? You know the rapper from Outkast. He had like a album where he plays the flute.
Mm-hmm.
He has a song that is like a fucking paragraph, like, and I'm like, and the funny thing is, the songs are all him playing flute. There's no lyrics. And not great flute, like crappy flute. And everyone's like, oh, Rolling Stone, this is the best thing ever. I'm like, is it? I'm like,
Wasn't that Andre 3000 and he was like seen like in the airport or somewhere playing like the flute or like the pan flute or something like that, and they didn't realize it was him till afterwards?
I have not heard about that.
Maybe that might be a fever dream, but I'm pretty sure I saw a video at some point around like COVID era, like where Andre 3000 is like playing the flute somewhere, and people are like, "Oh my god, is that Andre 3000 playing the flute?" And so I don't know.
He was on a side quest. It's funny as fuck.
Shit I want to do when we get famous. Just go out and do shit. And people like, is that a singer from Penny Phone?
You do things like shit. Like when DMX was alive and he thought he was in a Grand Theft Auto video game, and he just went to an airport with a stolen car or something. I remember I told my friends, I'm like, maybe he thought he was playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. Like
was he in a video game like that?
I don't know. I think he may have been in a video game. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah. He's gonna make me lose my mind up in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, we've been having lots of fun. This has been. I'm like, fuck questions. Let's just talk shit. like questions are overrated. Like, but we did. Everyone, the Euphoria single is the new single. Is out now. The music video. Since you mentioned that you love Green Day, is that why the video is so green? Like the green, it's like there's like a green light throughout the whole video.
Kind of. I think we lost Xavier for a second. There's a bit of like a UFO extraterrestrial aspect that goes along with the video, and the video that we're working on now kind of has this like storyline effect where we're going into like a liminal space, and you're getting the sense that we're being pulled into a different reality. So the Euphoria video and this new video are kind of overlap, and the Euphoria is kind of set, like you don't know if it's set before or after this video. So it's supposed to be more set up like a fever dream reality, like, we're searching for more, are we being abducted, or, so it's like it's the intro to the new era of Penny Fountain. So it's a little cryptic, but the green just kind of flows with I think the vibe of the video. But that could be a little candle, it could be a little nod to Green Day. I like the connection.
In short, I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it looks.
There we go.
The green looks cool. So yeah, and it has nothing to do with that HBO series. If you haven't seen it, that's a fucked up series.
Is it good?
I believe it on HBO.
It's just like
I saw that series and I'm scared. My daughter in high school. I'm like I don't remember my high school being like this.
Yeah, I see a lot of memes where it's like how high schoolers dress, and then like how high schoolers dress in Euphoria. I'll be like, wait, have you seen those?
No, honestly, I don't know. I know I have friends have seen the show, but all I know is that it's like about like high schoolers like partying and like drugs and something like that.
Drugs,
sex, drugs, and high schoolers.
It's very hardcore, like a very hardcore show. But yeah, they're dressed in a way. I'm like, I don't remember high school being that way. But I also went to Catholic school, so yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I went to a private school, yeah, for 15 years, kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah. But yeah, so before I let you guys go, like anything you like to say to the fans, or maybe future penny fan fountains besides don't fucking throw pennies at us.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Please don't, because I'll throw them right back.
We've been getting a lot of new followers on like across all socials. So to everybody that found out about us, thank you for taking the time to listen to us, because we have been working our asses off. This is what we care about more than anything. I know every member of the band is super music driven. That's the one thing that's keeping them going right now. So to anybody that's supporting us, means the fucking world. Thank you.
Awesome. What about you here?
And anybody that's stuck around, like after like you've seen the old lineup and seeing the new lineup and still here listening, thank you, because this is been through it, guys. We've all fucking been through it. All right.
Yeah. So
it's
guys,
really nice to see where we are right now. Things are looking pretty good.
Awesome. So I had fun chatting with you guys.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Penny Fountain is an alternative rock band from Tampa, Florida. They're gonna put more stuff coming soon. And if you like all the stuff that we've been talking about, support the band and don't throw pennies at them. Oh, a great shirt. You could have like the fountain, and you can have like someone like throwing stuff at the fountain, throwing the penny.
We haven't like done anything with a fountain.
The old logo definitely.
The original logo was a fountain. Did actually have the fountain, but that is it. That is like the last thing we've actually done with an actual fountain. Merch. Yeah, maybe we should actually,
Or maybe you should do a music video in the fucking fountain.
Ooh.
But you have quickly before the cops show up, the mall cops, and you
or get that in the video too, man. That'd be cool.
And you can
do a Fountain of Wayne spoof.
And then you can
play like a Stacy's mom.
You can get a and then you can have street cred.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Now let's just beef with Ronnie Radke. Then we'll just have street cred for whatever reason.
Oh, Ronnie Radke.
I just talk about him. He'll talk about us.
Oh no! Watch. This right here is. Paytown was talking shit to me about me on this interview. I just want to put him on blast right now.
I don't even have. The real one I wanted to start shit with, just to start shit with for fun, was MGK, but I never did. I had a whole plan on starting shit with him, like, because we have a song called Goth Girl, and I was gonna try and be like, our song Goth Girl is better than your song Emo Girl, and I was gonna go ham.
He's got that emo girl with Willow, and I actually reviewed his last album when it came out, and I put in the thumbnail. I said Blink 182 called. And they want their sound back.
Right? I'll say it, whenever he first started doing some of the rock music, I was like, okay.
Dude, that was the My Bloody Valentine.
That
song's good.
I really like that song. Obviously, because like, I was like, okay, it's pretty good. And then he said some really weird shit. And then he just started like, there's a lot of shit that he did. And then I was like, oh. And then he just kind of became a dickhead. Like, I know he's kind of already one, and that was but then he just became like an actual dickhead. Like, you can have that be your persona, that vibe, like, oh, I'm kind of mean, but then you're not really an asshole. You're just kind of like, oh, like Fred Durst. I was
just about to fucking say that.
Like Fred Durst, he acts like, oh, yeah, but he's not. He's actually a really cool guy, a really good dude.
Oh, I would totally hang out with Fred Durst.
Right? Yeah,
he seems like a very fun person.
You can have that asshole, but then be like, oh, cool, I like that. But then MGK had that for a second, and then he just actually became like an asshole, and I was like, oh, I don't like him. And then that's in his newest album, because he had Tickets to My Downfall. That was the and then Mainstream Sellout was the one that he released after that, I think. And I didn't even listen to a single song from it. I was just like,
and you will live, man. So again, I want to thank the three of you for joining me from Tampa to Puerto Rico and talk music. And we've talked about a lot of stuff. So
there's a lot in here.
I don't know if this video will be monetized, but whatever.
Sorry.
But whatever. So until next time, Couchers. This
Absolutely.
the show on a couch, and we'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.